Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
But inside is so delightful.
It's Christmas in July.
Let's review.
Let's review, let's review.
Oh, let's review.
Season 2.
Bum.
Bum.
Oh man, usually I'm the one that's changing it up, and then you just went and did a whole tempo change on me. That was unexpected. How you doing tonight, BlueDragonFive?
On the right side of the dirt.
All right, so yeah, we were a little bit behind schedule on Christmas in July. You know, Santa's kind of working overtime, and there's a little thing called midterms, and especially in taking summer classes in college, it sneaks up on you. So
don't worry, folks. We'll get those Nancy Spooning snow boots. Don't you worry.
No, don't you worry. We will have 31 Christmas specials reviewed by the end of July. I promise you that much. But in the meantime, you know, and I feel it's important to note that the last two Christmas in Julys haven't really gone according to plan because we did Adventure Time, which literally, I mean, it was a fine episode of Adventure Time on its own. It revealed a couple cool backstory things and whatnot. But as a Christmas special, it just fell flat for me because it was basically just like, oh yeah, and then they get into Christmas sweaters and drink hot cocoa at one point, and that's the Christmas thing. And then the Ice King randomly wears a Santa suit at one point. I'm like, good job, that's not Christmas. And then Inspector Gadget. Can we talk again about how terrible that Inspector Gadget special was?
I think a little more laughably so, but really, compared to everything else, we kind of brought us down.
It was bad. It was bad. Like, I genuinely just didn't know how to talk about it. I was just like, Gadget's an inept asshole. Claw's completely out of character.
Bit of a rut.
Yeah. But we're back, and I feel like this is a stronger one. I feel like this definitely lifted our holiday spirits, wouldn't you say?
Oh, certainly. Anything like some 90s Nickelodeon live-action nostalgia get you brightened up around the holiday season, am I right?
I love Nickelodeon nostalgia like Kel loves orange soda.
And you know Kel, he loves orange soda.
Oh, yeah.
Is it true, Tiki?
Who loves orange soda?
Kel loves orange soda.
Oh, God. So, yeah, what can you say about Kenan and Kel? I think Kenan and Kel might be one of those shows that's prominent where it was one of the first sitcoms that 90s kids were introduced to.
Oh, yeah. This is, for me, this is one of the big kind of draws of watching Nick at Night, you know? Like, they always have, like, the fun thing where they had the orange couch, Kel, Coolio, and Kenan. And basically, in general, it's like people rushing to an orange couch on Saturday nights to watch.
Nick.
What? Oh, there was that too. Also,
it wasn't Nick at Night. It was Teen Nick. This never aired at Nick at Night.
I'm sorry. That's what I confused it for that because it was the Saturday night version of Nick at Night. Sometimes, you know, like it was like an earlier thing on Saturdays they played too.
No, wait. It was Snick. It was Snick.
Yeah, that. See, Saturday.
Okay,
that's
I
what
got it. That's I got it. We figured it out, folks. We figured it out.
The point is, it was Snick. It was kind of the combination of Nick at Night and Teen Nick on a Saturday. Essentially, that's what it was. Seriously, that's what it was.
But it was good. It was good times. It was like
that's when you got your Kenan and Kel and your all that. You know, your shows in between.
Oh man. We're really going back.
It was the Saturday Night Live for Nickelodeon fans, pretty much.
It was, man, and I remember being genuinely stoked for it.
Yeah. I mean, it was always just basically a fun sketch show. But before that, though, you got a lot of substance with kind of Nickelodeon version of a sitcom, which was kind of Kenan and Kel, which didn't do the conventional sitcom things. It's pretty much, I love at the beginning and at the end, which we're going to get into. You know, I always have like Kenan and Kel, kind of the, you know, the main people on our show. They address the audience, and they talk because they're putting on a show, and they address that. It's funny. You know what it really reminded me of? What I think Kenan and Kel kind of goes for to maybe a reason I really like it.
Kind of reminds me of Seinfeld in a way.
Not so much Seinfeld, but I'll give you what it is a little more to me. And they mention this in the opening title, actually. And they say a little bit like Abbott and Costello. And I love the Abbott and Costello show, and they did a similar thing, where at the beginning, the way the Abbott and Costello show was set up, Tiki, was Abbott and Costello would go out on stage in front of the audience, and they talk to them for a bit, and you basically kind of accept a joke, and then pretty much say, let's go to this place. And then the episode progressed. Sometimes there'd be a thing in the middle, so most of the time not. And they come back at the end and they say, what did we learn, Lou? We learned not to do that. And like Lou gets like the pie in the face or something, and then that's how it ends. Essentially, that's Kel's like, oh, here it goes. Eventually, Luke
here it goes.
So essentially, to my knowledge, Abbott and Costello is the model for that, and Kenan and Kel kind of emulate that in their own original way, which I really love.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Kenan and Kel, they really pull from the great stock, but still make it their own thing, you know?
No, yeah, they really do. I think Kenan and Kel is like, it's a sitcom. It's got just enough of the sitcom tropes mixed in with just enough of kind of the wacky Nickelodeon tropes. Yeah. And I feel like this special is a good combination of that. It's a good kind of example of it.
Yeah. Again, it was always fun. It wasn't to be taken too seriously, even though they can get like halfway serious at times. That's all you need.
Yeah,
like,
but you weren't going to explore any all in the family topics or anything like that.
Exactly, but I mean, like in this episode, this episode actually has like kind of a halfway serious topic, you know?
Yeah, it does. It does.
There's a lot of comedy, but it has some heart to it. It's not halfway serious. It's more like there's some heart in there. Like there's another episode where like Kenan moves away and Kel feels really sad about it. So I mean, you have some heart in there at times. It doesn't get like All in the Family or to that level of kind of like seriousness or hard hitting. No, because we want to keep it light and fun for the kids.
Exactly.
The point is, it's a whole lot of fun. It's always fun revisiting the show. And please, can we get into it because I love this show.
All right, so where do we start?
Well, we start. However episodes after a Coolio song, we start.
Everybody up there, go find a chair. You boys or girls, time for Kenan and Kel. Keep you laughing in the afternoon. That's all I got.
I just remember the whole Abbott and Costello, like Reem, like Penn and Teller. Yes. Oh, here goes Nick.
And of course, as a kid, all those references just went way over my head.
Yes.
I just remember them like they were in that globe, right?
Yeah.
They were just chilling out in the globe. That sticks out so distinctly.
And in a vague little connection here, All in the Family again, and I Love Lucy. Well, actually, more All in the Family than I Love Lucy. I mean, they had the whole at the end of Kenan and Kel, most distinctly in my nostalgic mind, they'd always say Kenan and Kel was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Oh yes.
And I visited. I might have visited the Florida version. I don't know if like I doubt it's the actual version, but like a Florida version of that place, so, like the studio audience setup. They used to.
Oh no, they definitely did do live studio tapings at Universal Florida.
Yeah, so I was at one.
Because they did they did Slime Time and Double Dare and all that stuff.
Yeah, I was at Slime
Temple.
Yeah, I was at Slime Time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Oh, man.
Beautiful setup.
Good times.
Really
good
great.
Times.
Anyway, so like any King Kel, after that we get the awesome song, the awesome kind of setup from the blast of the past. We see Kenan and Kel address the audience as they always do, and they say, tonight's a special show. It's a special Christmas show for Kenan and Kel. And, as one of them points out, it doesn't really feel like Christmas. And they ask special effects, please. It starts to snow. Says, well, all we need now is like a one-horse open sleigh. Sleigh comes by, pulled by a crew guy, which, again, they point out. Just that it's a crew guy as the horse. It was a little last minute.
Hey, man, at least the guy's getting ripped. He's pulling that sleigh around.
The only way to stay in shape, after all.
Yeah, that's a perk.
Trademark, Cody Brown. So Kenan hops on the sleigh as in usual fashion. Again, it's really kind of like an Abbott and Costello dynamic they have when they address the audience on stage, because Bud Abbott always the idea man, Kenan Thompson always the idea man, and Kel or Lou Costello always left in the fray. Like, wait, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. So basically, Kenan leaves on the one crewman sleigh.
Kenan, go take my sleigh. Kenan, I'm cold and frightened.
I still haven't. No, I need a deposit on that sleigh. And he says, I'm cold and alone.
I'm cold and alone.
Oh, here it goes.
Here it goes.
And that starts our episode. So we start in the Rockmore house.
All right. And what better way to introduce an episode of Kenan and Kel than an orange soda gag? I mean, seriously.
Well, first of all, let's chalk up one of our Christmas tropes here, one of our Christmas variables. We got trimming the tree and decorating for the holidays.
There you go. There you go.
We got kind of our Tom Bosley reference, if you would, like kind of the Rockmores want to spend Christmas with the family, not Kel, mainly Roger Rockmore I'm referring to. Bit of a Happy Days reference, maybe? No, not at all, but I'm just saying, it's a similar trope. So we see Kel, again,
that's always his character. It's just like, Kel, go away, I don't like you.
Certainly. Kel wasn't as cool as the Fonz, but he was really awesome, though.
Kel was cool, but yeah, no, the
No
Fonz
one,
is...
the Fonz literally trademarked the
You
word
can't
cool.
touch the Fonz.
However, so Kel's just trying to kind of spice up the Rockmore tree by hanging cans of orange soda, which I thought was hilarious.
If my family actually did Christmas trees, I'd actually do that.
And, well, also, folks, just so you know how much I love the show, I drink orange soda to this day purely because of this show.
Of course you do.
Okay, so also Kel starts a chorus of "We wish you an orange soda Christmas, we wish you an orange soda Christmas," and then he's kind of cut off by Mr. Rockmore wanting Kel to leave as per usual.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Then we see Kenan. He's lamenting similar, not as much as Raymundo from the Rocket Power.
No, it's not that extreme. Oh God.
He's not going like, whoa. He's not pulling his Keanu Reeves saying, whoa.
I don't think that we're gonna see anything in Christmas in July that was extreme as Raymundo in more than one sense of the word.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna have an extreme reaction like that, what show better than Rocket Power? Extreme. Okay, so Kenan is lamenting over a mountain bike, but not just any mountain bike. To kind of get into another Christmas trope here, the super specific coveted gift description, the Red Ryder BB gun, the Turbo Man, if you will. Let me see if I got this down. I think I wrote it down. The Road Blazer Deluxe Elite mountain bike.
Ooh, yeah, I got Road Blazer Deluxe. You got Elite in there. Nicely done.
With features including spinning wheels, lock shocks, and a titanium frame. Just to name a few things.
Mm-hmm. So we get into a big dilemma. Kenan, he's been saving up the money all year, and it's hard-earned, He's been saving up money from his job and everything like that.
No gift to himself.
But he won't have enough money to buy presents for family or friends, as Kel subtly points out.
Yeah. Now, I gotta tell you, this is the one bit of the episode, I do really like this episode. This bit kind of bugs me somewhat. I want to discuss this. I would say Kenan might be our Scrooge, because he has a character arc.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up, and it's like...
He's not in the wrong or anything, but he is kind of our Scrooge.
He's not! He's not! It's just like, it just kind of fits into the character arc. It doesn't really make sense. It's just kind of there. It's like, all right.
There's three sizes that day, somewhat.
Exactly. But you're right. He does go through a very specific arc of like, oh, I'm going to spend money on myself. No, I'm not. Merry Christmas.
Now, here's the thing. The only thing that kind of bugs me is when Kel points this out, that, like gifts for your family or others. Well, then again, Kenan does get gifts for other people. That's because of his sacrifice later on, though. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know, just him not... The idea of just him, like, blatantly being... I mean, after Kel says that, Kenan is not deterred one bit. He's just saying, I can't wait to get that bike. Something along those lines, like, ooh, I can't wait. He basically ignored Kel just now. I'm not saying it's making him unlikable or anything. It just kind of raises the question, man, Kenan, if they got rid of that line, I think the episode would probably be a little flawless.
I hear you.
It's a minor thing. It's a very minor thing,
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to point that out, How do you feel about it?
Well, I don't know. Like I said, it just kind of fits. It fits Kenan into the Scrooge archetype in kind of an awkward sort of way.
Yeah, I mean, does it? I just feel if it were taken away from the episode, it might be a little stronger. Then again, with it in there, it does kind of emphasize for the audience that Kenan right now is in a state of mind that he's going to be changing later in the episode. That he's doesn't.
Yeah, there you go. And as we previously discussed, this is a show that's aimed at kids as much as it is aimed at adults. So
certainly kids can understand, like, oh, I'm focused on this one thing right now. So it's just basically just focused on. So I would like to optimistically think Kenan maybe had like a little something in mind for him already.
Optimistically, I guess so.
Maybe like he handmade gifts. Let's just assume maybe he handmade stuff. Then when he got some money later on, he's bought him stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so Kenan's not deterred after that. Okay, so then another Christmas trope here: the coveted star on the tree.
Oh yes, the Holy Grail.
So after that scene, Kel wanders in and basically says, "Oh, can I put the star on the tree?" So he has the star he wants to put on the tree. Then Roger, not as comedically as Arnold Schwarzenegger from Jingle All the Way, mind you, but still, Rogers emphasizes, no, Kel, the bass says, no, I put the star on the tree, and Kel's just racing up the ladder, putting it on there. Of course, Kel being very clumsy, especially around Roger. He tries to put the star on the tree, shaking it back and forth, and timber! Tree falls down on Roger. He's not pleased, and in a hilarious image, Roger has been starred. He has a star on his head, and he looks really funny. And then Kel smartly says, bye! Runs away before Roger can clobber him.
Right. Okay, so let's see what's going on now.
Take us to Rigby's, Tiki.
Okay, so is this a reoccurring character, this Mrs. Quagmire?
Not specifically, but just elderly people giving Kenan like a run, like just just taking such a minute thing of buying groceries, just making such an extraneous thing. Of like usually it's like this one lady who says, "Is this basically if I buy one apple, can I buy 2 apples?" Yes, we have more apples. You know,
essentially kind of like the milkmaid in Clerks. Something along those lines.
Yeah, you know, just like there's usually an elderly customer, or just a customer, generally usually elderly, that always gives Kenan like the run around of like saying, "What if I give you?" Basically, she's counting pennies to pay him with, and he wants to get her out of there. It's always like it's not her. It's like always an elderly person. It's different. It's very. It's a Mrs. Quagmire in this case.
Okay, so she's just like, "Oh, I do love Christmas, and I also love singing Christmas carols," and then. Kenan's just like, okay, bye now.
Again, Kenan's being pleasant to her, but he's just like, okay. Like, do you want to hear a song?
Like to hear a Christmas carol?
No, I just being honest with her. No, I don't want to hear a Christmas carol. She goes into the 12 days of Christmas, and she's in advancing years, so she doesn't quite get it all down. So she starts it, and then she gets a little stuck, and then Kenan sees an opportunity as she trips on after like 2 days of Christmas. She just jumps the 12 days of Christmas, and Kenan just quickly gets her out of there, but without going into his little own improvise. Again, good props to Kenan Thompson, really good improvising. Improvises a slew of, I can only imagine, completely improvised listings. Let me go through a few here. He didn't go through all of them. I'm saying he went through like a few rapid fire things. 12 loaves of lettuce. Again, loaves of lettuce. 10 funky chickens. 9 he says like 7 pimples popping, a partridge in a pear tree, but also like 2 things of salad. That's just it's like a slew of just ridiculous things.
Yeah, I don't really think we can do it justice. It's
exactly. We can't do it.
Probably one of the things we probably should have gotten on audio, honestly.
Anyway, so boots are out of there. So and then Chris, now you remember Chris, don't you?
Oh, of course I remember Chris. Chris was my favorite character.
Yes. Chris, the owner and operator of Rigby's, he stops by with a life-size Santa Claus, which, again, reminded me a lot of Happy Days. Tell me it didn't remind you of Happy Days.
Oh, it absolutely. I think it might be a direct homage to Happy Days.
What I'm saying. You know, there's another Christmas trope. Life-size robotic Santas. Let's chalk that up to one.
Oddly enough, yes, that is a trope.
And Batman had robotic Santas in it.
Sure.
So it's a recurrent thing, and, well, I'm not saying it counts for this one, but, you know, Fred Claus, you know, large Santa, life-size Santa Claus.
Oh, God. Right.
Okay, so Chris wants some help setting up the Santa Claus, and, of course, Kenan, as per usual. He's not a bad guy, but he's an average guy. He wants to go on break, kind of like any clerk. He doesn't want to work there when he doesn't have to. Goes on break.
Yeah, I don't know. This kind of bugged me. It's like if I was an employee there, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, my boss is struggling with something big and heavy and awkward. I'm just going to go ahead and give him a hand. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I haven't had a job in like 3 years, so what do I know about being a model employee?
Well, I'm referring to Clerks. When I say clerk, I meant like, you know, like how a movie Clerks usually goes. But, I mean, I'm saying Kenan's always like this, though. It's not like an average. I don't mean to offend any clerks out there. I'm sure you ordinarily people would be willing to help.
I don't know. It was like it was a tiny little nitpick for me. I mean, it didn't really matter at all. I'm just like, Kenan, come on. It's like the guy's out there pretty much being beat up by the Santa, and you're just like, nope, on break, Chris.
I'm just saying Kenan always does. He always tries to get out of work. Chris asks him to do something. He says, on break. So he goes in the back. We got Kel. He hears Kel and Mrs. Quagmire singing outside by like a lit trash can.
Oh God.
Like she's homeless or something. Just singing. I think what was it, like Jingle Bells or something.
Yep, Jingle Bells.
Yeah, Jingle Bells, and he pulls Kel in. What are you doing out there? I was singing Miss Quagmire. Actually, no, I was singing.
That's what we love about Kel, man. He's just the. He's the undying optimist. He just always sees the good in people, and he always just wants to participate.
Yeah, actually, no, it was like singing with the elder, which I think, man, no wonder Kel's in the nice list.
Yeah. I feel like Kel almost kind of has an early SpongeBob quality to him. In that
he does.
Way.
Something like that. He's a bit of SpongeBob, a bit of Ed from Ed, Ed and Eddie. A lot of Ed from Ed.
Yeah.
So let's see. So Chris plugs in the Robo Santa. And it attacks him, the life says. You know how they did that, right? They just put a guy in like gave him a plastic mask, right?
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I would say it was like the attention. They kind of remind me of the Batman special with the whole plastic heads.
Right.
So anyway, he's attacking Chris, and again, good mind work, by the way. I just want to point out there's a lot of good like physical acting on these Nickelodeon shows because they have to do like some good, not just mime work, but it's like.
I feel like it's kind of a trademark of the Nickelodeon live action to kind of have this like sort of over the top pratfall humor.
Exactly. So, I mean, they got to really work at that stuff. I mean, sometimes they'll do the thing where they have really no choice because they don't have much budget. They'll just throw the dummy sometimes. But this is actually I thought was an impressive thing to put like can I say overall convincing plastic thing on the guy and his movements look robotic. I like that. Mind you, a lot of this is after seeing that Happy Days Santa Claus, but same thing.
I would definitely say this is also the thing that sticks out the most in my mind in terms of nostalgia is Chris getting attacked by the Santa.
Yeah. So then, it's basically now did Chris pay him before he got attacked by Santa, before he hand off Santa, or because they're going to the mall next? I think he got paid.
I don't know. I don't have that in my notes.
Anyways, I think he got paid, so they're going to try to get the bike, or at least check it out, see what's going on. So they get to the mall. So they go to the mall. And again, there's leave Chris.
Speaking of 60 Batman.
So we see Chris continue to be beat up by Santa Claus as kids watch and root for Santa.
Oh, yes. Oh, God. And who doesn't want to see Chris getting beat up by Santa? I don't know. That's kind of the amusing thing about Chris is that he's just a genuinely nice guy, and yet we just thrive in his misery.
Yeah. And he was like the prototypical Howard Wolowitz, by the way, because he had the ugly mother you never saw before anyone.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Actually, it was him and an Al from Home Improvement, so it's kind of a tie. They're both in the 90s, so anyway, so.
But yeah, as Santa beats Chris up, we see a very 1960s Batman. Bam! Pow!
Yep. Okay, so we're at the mall now.
Oh yeah. So
a salesman.
Is going to the mall in itself a trope?
I mean, that's kind of like again, it's kind of similar. I love this kind of format because it reminds me a lot. This show really reminds me a lot of the Abbott Costello show when I really rewatch it. Because it has like the similar structure. Like Abbott and Costello need to go somewhere, but get to a new set. It's really it. And then there's shenanigans ensue. So I mean, sometimes they'll go to a mall like Kenan once, like. There's an episode where he convinces a girl that he's rich because he says, "I'm going to buy that fancy sound system," and Kel was breaking stuff.
Oh God.
Get kind of like those. So they go to the mall occasionally, but not regularly.
I feel like it kind of sounds like I'm not a fan of the show, and I mean that's not the case. I just haven't watched it on a regular basis.
That's the episode where Kel.
Old.
That's the episode where Kel knocks out the limo driver.
Right.
He dresses as the limo driver. Anyway, sorry. So the salesman recognizes Kenan, and this is kind of a point Nickelodeon's a little confusing. Like, this is kind of the flamboyant, one of the flamboyant characters,
Mm-hmm.
Now I always like some people just, if you ever like watch any of these on YouTubers, then you'll see in comments people are always kind of mean to characters like this. They're going to say, "Oh, that guy is so one way" or something.
I mean, let's kind of just focus in the time and space that we're living in.
Exactly.
Recently happen, and I'm totally thrilled with that. I mean, I think that America has a long way to go when it comes to certain things, but I feel like in terms of that particular subject, I feel like we're on a great path.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can see where you're coming from. I can see where people are coming from when it was a different time, you know, it's almost kind of like, dare I say it, like this kind of stereotypical, like, gay character,
I don't think it's
a gay character with a lisp.
Well, here's what I'm saying, Tiki. I'm saying, as a kid, I'm sure many kids at the time, and I still say, I think we can view in the kid mind of, the guy's not, like, playing up, like, a stereotype. I don't view it that way. I view it as just the guy, he's eccentric. That's all I do as a kid, and I think that's a simple way you can view it now. For this kind of, because in real life, people, with this guy's being convinced that, some people might say that this guy's acting like an overly flamboyant version of, you know, that's not how people act like at all, you know. So he's just playing, he's exaggerating. He's playing the comedy like a really anxious salesman, like a really overly, you know, again, just an overly flamboyant salesman, just really eccentric.
I guess fair to, look, I'm not saying either of you are in the right. I'm just saying it's kind of, I can see why it's a touchy subject.
Yeah. I'm not saying, yeah, you're right. Either it's probably the times where you just write it off like I kind of write it off as. In this case, only in this case, it's an exaggerated character trait. You know, just the guy's a little weird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway, so the salesman recognizes Kenan, and he gives him, like, essentially just lays out, oh, you coming back you're finally going to get it this time? He says, no, well, listen, there's a 3-day warning, because you might get like 3 days if you want to, you know, 3 days before Christmas Eve.
Right, right.
Also, he says, 3 days, or otherwise I can't hold it for you, because you have to put a down payment on, which Kenan does. Kenan makes a $100 down payment on it, because he can't hold it just willy-nilly.
I'd say this also leads to another trope of, like, you know, trying to make all the money and kind of trying to, you know, the last-minute scramble for the gift.
Certainly. Kind of herald a little bit of that.
A little bit.
Okay, so also Kenan's easily just drooling over the bike practically. You know, he's sitting upon the bike. It feels so tingly, warm, and squishy. And then, like, the sales says, no touchy. You know, and Kel helps with the removal because Kenan's, like, pretty much, like, locked on the bike, just helps him get off the bike. So pretty much, you know, he's going to hold it till Christmas Eve. He's got until Christmas Eve to get the rest of the money. Hasta la see. So, and the funny thing, I mentioned that because Kenan and Kel have a really funny runner throughout the series. Whenever someone says, like, a really quirky goodbye, they paraphrase them together. So they say, hasta la see. It was like puzzled, like, who says that?
Yeah, that was definitely one of the tropes I was kind of picking up on. Like I said, it's been a while.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what are they going to do while they're there? Kel recommends, hey, let's go to the toys. Let's check them out.
Oh, God. And I remember it was kind of a tragic thing. It was almost kind of like a, you know, like a Toy Story, just hard in the gut when I got too old for toys. And I would see the toy section, and I would be like, I can't go there anymore. Oh, God. So I admire Kel just being a kid at heart and, you know, wanting to check it out anyways. What do they find there?
I love this. This is my favorite part of the whole episode. This gag. He finds the tuba. He finds a tuba phone. He loses his stuff over it. He goes bananas for the tuba phone. Now,
not just the tuba.
Like, yeah, what is the draw to the tuba phone exactly? What makes it different than an average tuba?
It's not just a tuba.
Really?
It's also a phone.
Oh my God.
It's also a phone. I'm Christopher Walken. I'm selling you.
Wait. So let me understand this. We're trying to get a piece of action from the tuba phone manufacturing company, so bear with us, folks. So it is a tuba and a phone?
Yes.
You mean I can play the tuba and make calls simultaneously? Wow. I know what I'm getting for Christmas.
Okay. Right. Add it to your wish list. Oh, God.
Sorry.
Now available on Amazon.com. Tuba phone.
Make sure to use Amazon Prime to get it overnight.
Okay.
Anyway, so let's see. So we had a kid named Sam visiting Santa Claus in the neighboring section of the toy store. And
This
he's all
kid's a
business.
jerk.
Yeah, he is. He is a big-time douche, this kid. So the kid's all business. He wants an airplane, not just like a toy airplane. I assume he wants an actual airplane. If I'm
That's what I'm assuming. I mean, I guess in this childlike mind state, he just assumes that he can fly it as well. I
have a silly theory of why this kid's like this. Just the way he's dressed, kind of the way he acts. Reminds me a lot of Michael Douglas from Wall Street, so I assumed he was like Michael Douglas from Wall Street's kid.
Oh God, that would make sense in the context of like he's all business
and he wants an actual plane. I don't know.
Right.
It's like he could be the kid. So the point is, the kid's
like, you heard me, big boy.
Yeah, seriously. Sam should boot this kid like Ralphie style, you know? She's boot this kid.
Oh God.
Anyways, he wants like a jet fighter airplane. That was a Santa Claus. This is a nice Santa, by the way, who I believe is our Santa at the very end, if I'm not mistaken. Santa Claus, he's accommodating. Says, "Well, okay, it's a big thing for such a little boy." And then the kid just gets off Santa's lap and punches Santa. Seriously, what a jerk! I hope this kid gets like a.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, seriously. I hope this kid gets like a coal chucked at his head by Santa Claus, you know?
Right?
Wham! That's what he deserves.
Slingshot.
Yeah, like a sling. Yeah, you're right. Right. No tuba fun for this kid.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so let's see. So he hits Santa Claus, and poor old Santa's laid out, so they get he's laid out cold. So they gotta get the poor guy. The poor guy's out cold, so the manager is panicking, as managers around Christmas the holidays tend to do. Again, it's a bit of stretch just for comedic situation. The people who just saw this,
I'm totally fine.
I'm with you too. I'm just pointing it out, but it's like the people who just saw this action transpire, not the least bit sympathetic, just saying, "Well, my kid's been here for like an hour."
Well, I kind of relate that to the part in Jurassic World where the gyrosphere breaks down and the kid's like, "We're sorry, this is broken down," and then everyone starts freaking out. It's not the guy's fault that the Santa left.
But these people just literally saw what happened. Santa was just got knocked out cold. A little sympathy.
God.
Anyway, so the point is, so manager's panicking. It kind of reminds me a bit of the manager from Elf. It's like how the managers are in the holiday stuff. Like, there's in their vest and everything, just going like, "Oh no," and like the angry parents and everything. So basically, he's looking around, literally looking at every Joe around the place, saying, "Hey, can you help me?" He realizes, no, it's a kid. No, still no, doesn't look like Santa Claus. He runs into Kenan and Kel, who almost look like they're hiding from the guy. He says, basically asks Kenan and Kel to fill in for Santa and the elf. So then Kenan says, no. And
I'll give you $100. Ho, 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 ho.
Yeah, then Kenan realizes, I can use that for the bike. Ho, ho, ho. So Kenan and Kel, they don their, so I call Kenan Claus and Kelf.
Oh, God.
Get it? Kelf.
And there's a mob forming outside now, and they're just like, "We want Santa! We want Santa!
We want Santa, or we'll steal your tuba phones!"
Oh, God. Oh, no. Anything but that, BlueDragonFive. Anything but that.
So anyway, so Kenan appears, and he's all holly jolly. He's really doing the Santa. He's doing Santa good. He's doing he's living up to the name well.
He really is, yeah.
Not as well as Tito may have, but he's doing a good job, though.
I'd say he's a good vice president Santa if Tito ever gets sick. I'd say he's a good substitute.
He's a good understudy for Tito.
Right.
Okay, well, that's exactly what Kenan is right now. He's an understudy, practically. So,
and by the way, character playing Santa Claus, I'd say that's definitely a trope.
Oh, of course, certainly. So anyway, we got the first kid. First kid's named Raymond. He wants a tuba phone. And Kel's like, "Oh, yeah, that's awesome." Okay, so then, Kenan,
good kid.
So Kenan is actually a really good Santa. So I'm glad they didn't do the classic. I'm glad they didn't do the stupid thing of the kid wet Santa Claus. I hate that gag sometimes.
Right.
Thankfully, they steered away from that, so they didn't do like the thing where he's barely getting by as Santa Claus. No, he's a really good Santa. I appreciate it.
He is. He's just naturally good at it.
Yeah, he's talking to the kids. He's relating to them. Really nice. And Kenan says, "Oh, it's easier working at Rigby's." Cut to Chris V. Santa Dawn.
Oh man,
Dawn of Holiday.
It's not good. It's one-sided.
Chris V. Robo Santa Dawn of the Holiday. they have like a whole arena of
Starring Gal Gadot as Mrs. Claus.
no starring starring Mrs. Quagmire. So it looks like a crowd's amassing, and they're all like cheering. Again, these people are watching Chris getting beaten up by.
And it's totally just a Nickelodeon thing, so I give it a pass. No real people would act like this, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like the Nickelodeon charm.
Yeah, exactly. It's the cartoon.
I feel bad for Chris because none of those people are gonna buy anything.
That's what I like about live-action Nickelodeon. They do their best to be like live-action cartoons to a certain extent.
Okay,
you can admire that even in their early live-action films.
So
seriously, how cartoon character of a villain was Plowman from Snow Day?
Oh yeah, that guy. All right, so then
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So then we get our Miracle on 34th Street reference.
Oh boy!
A little girl named Kishka from Czechoslovakia.
Okay, you see, this just went way over my head.
Yeah, it's a Miracle on the 34th Street reference.
Never saw it. I'm sorry.
Well, I know it was in the remake. It's been a year since I've seen the original. I can't remember if it was because the last thing I saw, in the holidays go around, you see the original and the new one plays like crazy. The newer ones. I remember even when the Status Creek did his Santa Claus countdown, he has the clip of this from that movie. I can't remember if it's in the original or not. I assume it is. The bit where basically there's in the movie Miracle on 34th Street, there's a little girl who's deaf. Mm-hmm. And Santa Claus, because he is actually Santa Claus, he can do sign language and he communicates with the girl. It's really lovely. They're really sweet. So here we have an homage to that. So it's a little different. There's a language barrier in this case, which is perfectly fine. Which is a realistic thing. It's kind of nice.
Sure.
So again, because she is from Czechoslovakia, and I assume I'm just going to make an educated guess here that completely made up country, made up language.
I'd say yeah.
And again, Santa Cruz, as he's referred to, he can speak the language, and I think it's like a moment of shock and awe, oh, Santa Claus speaks the language. I'm just going to assume Kenan took a fictional language class in the universe, which is fine.
As we already established, live-action cartoon, you don't really have to question the logic too much.
Exactly. So then they get into the Czechoslovakian version of Jingle Bells, which I'm not even going to attempt to replicate.
Please don't.
And by the way, Kel's in all the whole time, giving this dumb expression on his face, oh, how's he doing this? And again, similar route. Kel is also, in addition to Abbott and Costello, that many times is kind of like a Jay and Silent Bob almost.
In a way, yeah, I can see that.
Kel is kind of the Jason Mewes getting the shenanigans and being the dumb one.
It was the sign on the back of the car that said "Creatures of Hollywood." You dumb fuck. I'm sorry.
You don't need to spray it. Just say it. Okay, so then we got our last kid there, or at least the most important kid. So we got it's Daniel, isn't it? Daniel and his little sister Katie off to the side there. Mm-hmm. So Daniel sits on old Kenan Claus's lap, and Kenan asks, "What do you want?" He says, "Nothing." Wait, nothing? Surely? What do you mean you don't want anything? He recoiled. And he says, "Oh, what do you mean nothing?" He says, "Oh, nothing for me, seriously." Again, the kid is really profuse about, no, I don't need anything, but I need something for my sister, though. A bike for my sister, because hers got stolen, and my mother, she doesn't have enough money to get her a new one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We're getting into some real heartfelt stuff here, folks. This is where the episode kind of wins the episode, So basically, Santa Claus, what else is he going to say? He says, well, he's going to try his best, and, gives old Santa Claus a hug, and what melts your heart is like a little girl gives Santa Claus a hug, too. Again, the girl, and
then, of course, the audience is just like, oh.
And I can only assume the girl's so shy she can't sit on Santa's lap, which makes her all the more adorable. Right. Oh, gives old Santa a hug. And there's this really great bit. I love that this bit plays, This is a realistic bit for a Nick live action thing here. So we got Kenan and the mom. Again, mom, I like the way the actress plays the mom, too, by the way. Really realistic. I like it. So Kenan has a few words with the mother. He's thanks for seeing the kid and everything. And so basically the mother says, Kenan asks her, well, so you're going to get him a bike for Christmas, aren't you? And then she says, well, No, but well, I promised her my Santa Claus would get on a bike. Oh, don't worry, I'll just tell him Santa got lost or something. Merry Christmas. Really, I
Oh
love the
yeah.
delivery on Merry Christmas, by the way, really nicely.
It's realistic. I mean, you know, it really strikes a chord. It's not like she's a bad parent
Yeah,
or
yeah,
anything
yeah.
like
It's just she
that. It's
doesn't have
just,
enough money.
of course, and you know, and I feel like it strikes a chord even more nowadays, looking at the economic situation we're in.
I mean, it's a real scenario you got there in the episode of, well, mother. It's like the way it plays so realistically of the mother not like downing Santa Claus for like saying, well, I can bring it to you. Says, oh, thanks for promising something that I'm going to be a failure at. No, it doesn't go that way at all.
Oh,
It
that would
goes
have been bad. Oh, I would have been pissed off at that.
exactly, but it goes really in the loving way of her just. I love this. Just the parent saying to Santa Claus, you're like genuinely concerned here for a moment, saying, well, don't worry, I'll come up with an excuse. So don't hold yourself responsible. This is my thing, and I don't want you to feel bad. But I'm just telling you what's. I'll come up with something. I think it's a realistic situation. If Santa Claus doesn't deliver, how do you explain that to the kid? Well, you tell him, well, Santa Claus got lost. And I love just the emotional the emotional heft of her saying to Kenan, saying to a Santa Claus, well, I'll tell her Santa Claus got lost or something. You're telling that to Santa right in his face. Like, I'm going to tell this kid that you got lost. Really heavy
Ouch.
hits.
Yeah.
But again, there's that Merry Christmas of like, there's no malice at all in this scene. I love that. And
Okay, so
sad.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we cut back from commercial to a bit of levity. Kenan and Kel are essentially taking shots of orange soda at Rigby's.
Yeah, I tell you, I wish they brought this back more. They don't really do this that often.
What,
I've
take
had them
shots of orange soda?
Well, not so much shots of orange soda. It's not like they're shot glasses. They're like just glasses. I love them. It's like a water cooler moment with an orange soda. You know, it's like basically they're equivalent to a bar chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I usually
I'm not going the Raymundo route. Don't worry.
Yeah, no.
Still don't know what was in that coconut.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. I mean, like usually they would air their problems out at Rigby's, which I like. But I'm just saying, I love the little idea of them drinking like orange soda and talking about the problems. It's a fun little. It's like a Norm thing. Norm, Kel.
Right.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, that little orange soda fireside chat here. So, they're like, Kel's saying, oh man, Ken, you did such a good job. You should be Santa Claus all year round. just Ken just gives him a look of like, do you even hear yourself? Something like that. Kel picks up on the fact, as Kenan tells him, Kenan's real bugged, because that family is still on the family's still in my mind. They won't have a bike or anything for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And then Chris walks in all battered and beaten up by Santa. I love this.
He's like a soldier coming back from a war or something.
Yes, and I love this. He walks by the Santa Claus, which is now inoperable. It's like on the side though, because he's freaked out by it. Because wouldn't you be if you were beaten up by a robotic Santa Claus?
Oh, I'd be as scared of that thing as I'd be scared of a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic.
Real quick, it kind of reminded me of this moment from Batman Corval's, where Batman's beaten up by Corval's guy, and his body's like in the Batcave, and he just gets freaked out when he sees it because it literally beat the living crap out of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point that out. Sorry. Okay, so then this is where I know definitely Chris gives him a paycheck here. Basically, it's like the last payment on the bike. So he says, Kenan's all hopped up. Well, yeah, we can get the bike now. And then he rushes out to get it, so hopefully he can get it before the store closes.
Trope.
And then, trope right there, like getting it at the last minute. Thankfully, he didn't go gift to the Magi route.
Oh God.
And thankfully, Rocket Power didn't go the gift to the Magi route either. The place is closed.
I was worried that they were going to do that. Yeah.
Rules are rules. Why didn't you just close the wall 5 seconds ago?
No, I closed the sign from open to closed. It's like that. I cannot disobey the rules of the sign.
It's not like Bruce Campbell from Spider-Man 2,
Oh God. Oh no.
Preserves the illusion.
Well, we'd have to talk to Monkey about that one.
Does he think it's Mysterio?
No. I'm just saying we'd have to talk about Monkey about the legitimacy of ushers, not letting people into performances.
Because it ruins the illusion. No, I'm sorry, it's a little way
I did think
okay.
that guy was Mysterio, though. No, I thought Bruce Campbell was Mysterio.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, I don't. If he's Mysterio, that's awesome. If he's not, it doesn't hurt anything. I just love Bruce Campbell. I'll take anything and get from that guy.
But you got to admit, that's a cool theory.
That is. Oh, hey, I'm all for it. I could take him as Mysterio anytime. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's also like as Kenan ran out just to get to the store in time, Chris says, I love this, like, Chris, so you feel so bad for Chris. He says, but Kenan, there's still stuff I need you for. Like the close-up, I assume. Then Kel, lovely Kel, he says, oh, don't worry, Chris, I'll stay with you. And then Chris is like, just, like a little hurtful, Kel. I think, a little hurtful. Kel's being nice, saying he was going to help him close up.
Again, kind of early season SpongeBob. It's like he just has the best of intentions.
Yeah. Okay, so then we got Kenan is in fact a show to quote our salesman. Mm-hmm. With the money with the money-o, the show with the money-o. I don't know. They put an emphasis on O, I guess. Okay, so then we see a little convenient, but again, we'll let it slide because it makes sense. Father buying a daughter a little bike.
Oh, I'm fine with it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, so Kenan, as he's like has the money in his hands, he has like the hubris in his hand. He's got the coveted possession in possession. He's got everything he wants.
He's about ready to open the Ark of the Covenant.
This is Kenan's big moment of change, as it's called dramatically. So he's got a moment.
Oh, it's his opportunity for change.
Thank you for rephrasing that for me. Yes, his opportunity. This is Kenan's big opportunity for change, dramatically. So sees father get daughter a bike, a really loving moment. And these things are mulling around in his mind. It's shot pretty well. However, I got to tell you, Salesman's really annoying in the scene. So he just won't let Kenan a minute of thought. Just keeps he just keeps going back and forth on that.
I'll just take a pass on the salesman in general.
I mean, look, the thing, I don't mean to make that into like a whole thing. I just wanted to point it out because they have a lot of '90s characters that are flamboyant with that sort of thing. I just want to point that out. Sure. But it's fine, absolutely, it's fine.
And I can see why people would take offense to it.
I'd say nowadays people would take offense. Me at any time, I can still look at it with the phrase in mind.
To me, it's like you just have to look. You have to look at it in historical context. Yeah. It's kind of like. The equivalent to, like, I don't want to get into a whole political thing. Yeah, just easy. It's kind of like the equivalent to, like, how Disney thought that the Peter Pan Indians were okay back in the day. And now they're clearly not.
It's a little less bad because he's played up so much in here, but,
like I said, I don't want to turn this into a political podcast.
Exactly. Just, he's eccentric for these purposes. We'll just write him off as such, Point is. Because then we're at the family's house. One little plot hole. How in the heck did Kenan find this place? But other than that, well,
Matt, yeah,
you there?
Yeah,
making sure. Okay. So Kenan finds the family's house.
Maybe there was like a whole like Hey Arnold subplot of like, hey Mister, I need you to look up the address of these little kids. I don't know their last names, but their names are Daniel and Katie.
Kid, I can't help you. Kid, I can't help you. I gotta go home.
Unless you do my Christmas shopping.
And there was there's a whole deleted section of this episode where Kenan has to do like a quick like real suddenly as doors keep closing in his face and he's breaking down doors and stuff to buy stuff. That's what we missed. Anyway, I'm kidding. So Kenan's at the family's house in the full Santa garb and everything, bringing gifts, being old Santa Claus. And he's not full Santa Claus, otherwise he'd go down the chimney. But thankfully he's logical enough to say, I'm not doing that. It's ridiculous. He just goes to the window. Which, again, shows you how sad it is. The place isn't maybe the best secured place. So that's a burglar can get in. That's probably how he stole the bike. He's went in the house to get the bike.
That's actually a good connection. I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Then again, the bikes might be kept outside. I don't know. Point is, not the most secure place, apparently. However, Mother's still about protecting her children, so it points to her. So, first of all, fun little gag where King closes the window on his hand. It's pretty funny. So he's not cut out for all the Santa-ness. And then this bit was like so sad and yet funny, of like saying, "Oh, they got a little tree," because it was so sad. It's like such a sad yet funny gag. If he looks around for the tree to put the gifts under, he says, "Oh, they got a little tree." Oh, it's so
kind of a Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah, a bit, yeah, kind of like a Charlie Brown tree. Okay, so then Mom and Santa have a little interaction here. Again, she's all about protecting her kids, so points to her. You know, she sees an intruder in the place. Maybe, again, after that bike was stolen, she's all about preserving what she does. Yeah, she grabs the nutcracker. She's about to bash Santa over the head, and they surprise each other. Ah! Santa Claus and the kids come by, and the lights are all on, houses abuzz, and the two kids see, and Santa bestows upon them some Santa gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And the one's like a CD player and a little bunny for the girl. There's some other gifts, and then before Santa Claus is on his way saying, "Oh, that's really nice, thank you, Santa." Santa Claus is about to, leave the door, open the door, leave, and then he finds, wait, there's another gift out here. Wheels it in. It's a bike, not the mountain bike, mind you, but it's like a little girl's bike. Similar to the little girl who just got a bike in the store when Kenan was mulling things over, by the way.
Right.
Well, he wheels a little bike in for the girl. Hooray! Christmas is saved, but not just for her, no. For the selfless boy who wanted nothing but a gift for his sister, he got him a bike, too. It's a bike Christmas, all right.
I know, right? It's just like Kenan just went all out.
Yes, CD player, which at the time was a big thing. It was like the iPod.
That's true.
That was the 90s iPod, folks. Yeah, don't underestimate the power of the CD player. That was the post-Star-Lord craze.
Oh God! Right.
Before it was the cassette player, but no, this is the cutting edge. This is the iPod.
You mean you can listen to a whole album without having to switch the tape around?
Yes. Then again, I think you can actually get 40 songs in that tape, though. It's possible.
That's true. That's very true.
Okay. Anyway, let's see. So. Actually, then again, it might have been like 20 on one side, 20 on the other. I'm not going to get into it. Point is,
no, it's 20 one side, 20 on the other. Tapes are longer lasting, but CDs, like, you don't have to switch the side. So there you go. Yeah. Little technology in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's your Christmas. That's your little Christmas in July history lesson, kids.
And now you know, because knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
And remember, cough in the arm.
Oh God.
That's some helpful stuff.
That thing genuinely made me, like, I always cough in my arm now.
Seriously, that is a good PSA.
It really is.
It's really informative. Cough in the arm. Stay in school. Those two things. Cough in the arm, stay in school. Okay, anyway, so bike for her and Daniel. Santa makes his exit. Then we're at the Rockmores at Christmas Eve, little get together. Rockmores and Chris. Chris is invited, all battered and bruised. And how would you not invite the guy? So in a Rockmore tradition, like many traditions, here's another thing to chalk up. Which, by the way, two things to chalk up.
Okay.
So we got Santa, our protagonist, helping the less fortunate. There's something to add there with the kids. Got that. And we got the little Christmas Eve get-together with the Rockmores here. There's that. I'll be saying, a little Christmas Eve get-together scene. Sure. And also, importantly, our third thing here, kind of the opening a gift on Christmas Eve, like a one-gift tradition thing, which the Rockmores say. It's our tradition.
Oh.
Open one gift.
That really does bring me back.
I still, I don't know about everyone else, but I'm also still allowed to do it. Open one gift on Christmas Eve. Just not again the quote.
I hate to say it, but nowadays for my Christmas gifts, I just order them off Amazon, so I know exactly what I'm getting kid, and there's no surprise in it.
Well, I mean, the wrapping paper is always the fun thing. Like, ooh, what is it? Is it this? Is it that?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, anyway, so one gift each. Kenan opens his from Kel, and it's battery-powered underpants. The warm him at night.
But Andre, I would never give up my electric blanket. Okay, there's your obscure Wallace Shawn reference for the I don't think Andre would approve of electric underpants.
I just want you to know, every time you say Andre before you get into the line itself, when you say Andre, I keep thinking of Andre. I keep thinking of Andre and Wally B from the first Pixar short. I just want you to know that.
You're thinking of who?
The first Pixar short ever was called Andre and Wally B, and I always think of that one. When you say Andre at first, that's the first thing that jumps. I just want you to know that whenever you say Andre, that's what I go to for a moment, just for a millisecond.
I would never give up my electric blanket, Andre. I mean, New York is cold. It's a harsh environment. All right, I'm done.
Now, folks, if you want to get my mind, just picture like a teardrop guy and a little bee. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so what does Kel get for Christmas? Tiki, on the edge of my seat. What did Kenan get Kel for Christmas? What did he get him?
Well, you know, Kenan had a couple options. He could have given Kel a tuba.
No.
Or he also could have given Kel a phone.
What does he need a phone for? He's got one in his house.
But what if you combined a tuba and a phone?
That's ridiculous.
You know, when you're playing the tuba and you want to make a phone call, it's just right there. It's so convenient.
What would one call this wondrous product, Tiki? How will we come across this product? This sounds like magic, blasphemy, for you for bringing up this mystical product. Gosh darn you, if it is not a real product. What would you call this mystical invention, Tiki? What? I beg you, what?
A tuba phone. That's what.
Oh my God, that's brilliant!
Just bask in it. Just bask in it.
That is the coolest gift I've ever heard. We gotta get out and buy this. Seriously, folks, Amazon Prime. That's the way you want to get it if you want to get it overnight. Okay, so the tuba phone. So
now I wish they'd really market those.
So Kel gets a tuba phone for Christmas. He's ecstatic. You know, the Rockmore's like, "What is that? It's a tuba and a phone." And he's on top of the world. Then Kyra asks you, like, "Well, I can get one gift. I can whatever I want." Says, "Yeah, sure, it's one gift." And they basically puts like, does she put a bow on Kel? Or she just hold Kel?
I think she just hugs him.
Yeah, she just hugs. She like jets towards Kel, grabs onto him, and says, "Like, oh, you don't want Kel for your present." This is. I hope she kept the receipt. Ah, good old Roger. So then let's see. So Chris. Let's see.
Chris offers Kel a ride home.
Yeah, he offers Kel a ride home. Also, he's get some potatoes to take to his mother at home.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God.
So then let's see. So then our big heartfelt.
We'll be getting to Big Bang Theory, and I'm not happy about it, but we'll be getting to it.
Well, she's not mentioning that one really, but
I don't care. I'm not happy about.
Well, I'm not happy about Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay, whatever.
I'm clinging to Cranston on that one.
And I'm not clinging to anything on Big Bang Theory. At least you have Cranston.
Yeah, okay.
I hate all of Big Bang Theory.
Oh, it is not bad.
Except for Raj, I guess.
Raj
I'll give a pass.
I don't see why you don't like Sheldon.
Okay. Oh, I hate Sheldon. Sheldon is like...
Okay, we're not going to get into this now. We're not going to get into it.
Sheldon is like the most offensive, think about the most offensive blackface betrayal of all time.
We're going to get into
with nerds.
Yeah, look, we're going to get into it when we get to that, but we're promoting our future stuff, folks. You're gonna love that conversation. It's going to be like Tiki v. BlueDragonFive.
No, I hate him. I can't stand him. He's awful. He's an awful human being.
TVBD5, Dawn of the Debate.
Oh God. Okay, whatever.
Okay, sorry, folks. We're still brimming over that trailer we got. But okay, anyway, so Kenan. So at the end here, we got Kenan. Is talked to by his parents, and his parents are saying, "We know what you did, Kenan." So I didn't do anything. It says, "No, we know what you did. You helping out that family." So the parents, they praise Kenan for his self-sacrifice. Really nice. You know, Kenan says, "Well, if I save now, I might be able to save enough for next year." Kyra says, "Let's all go to bed," but it's 9:30. He says, "Well, I want to go to bed now." He says, "Well, the sooner we go to bed, the sooner Santa Claus can deliver the gifts to us." And they all realize this, and they all run upstairs real quickly, which I thought was really funny. Then Kenan takes a moment to lament here. Says, well, maybe next year. So then, wonderfully so, a little quick if you ask me, but time is money. So
it's fine.
As they all rush upstairs and presumably darted to bed, Santa Claus, I would hope the same Santa we saw earlier, he creeps into the Rockmore house, lights are out and everything, drops his bag, and from off stage, he gets Kenan's bike, and he puts it against the tree, lovingly for Kenan to bask in on Christmas morn. Aww. Then we're on
Christmas morn.
Yes. So next.
It's not nearly as ominous in Twilight Zone as I Love Lucy Santa is.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. It's not
Because they literally make that into just like, whoa, what the hell happened?
That's not my temple, Ricky.
What are you looking at? There's no fucking Mars bar down there.
Okay, but it's also something to chalk up with our Christmas tropes here is, again, the Christmas sacrifice, but also just Santa delivering gifts. And real Santa.
Definitely real Santa.
Got some
Real
of that.
Santa popping up at the last second, I'd say, is also kind of a thing.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on stage, and the show is ended. Now we got Kenan and Kel on stage with their respective gifts. Kenan with his bike, Kel with his tuba phone. And in classic kind of holiday fashion, they bring the cast on stage. Let's bring the cast out here. So they give the Rockmores Chris, and they says, "Let's bring
Hey, it's Bill Murray. Hey, it's Mike Myers.
Yeah." And then with the guest stars,
Molly Shannon.
then they get the entire cast on. They're like all the supporting guys, like Mrs. Quagmire and all the gang, which I thought was a really classy move.
Yeah.
And they just simply, they sing "Wish You a Merry Christmas," "We Miss You a Merry Christmas," and like when they mention Happy New Year, then Kenan gets an idea, and like Kel's like, "You put off by this," and Kenan basically says, "Oh yeah, an idea for the new year," and he basically scurries off, and Kel says, "Oh, here!" They all say, "Oh,
here we go.
that's my line," and then Kel runs off, and there's like a little band or filling in their space with the whole singing around, like a little "Wish You Merry Christmas," saying, "Happy Holidays" from Kenan and Kel.
All right, so let's quickly go over the tropes.
Yeah. So again, pretty much, again, you got a big Miracle on 34th Street vibe with the tropes here. So you pretty much, like man in a Santa suit, the coveted gift.
Coveted gift, indeed.
Coveted gift.
Christmas Eve dinner, the rush to get the present at Christmas Eve. Real Santa showing up at the last minute.
Holiday sacrifice, definitely.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, pretty solid in our Christmassy stuff. So here's how does it stack up as a Christmas special, Tiki, with all that stuff?
Oh, I definitely say it's pretty memorable because, like I said, I was remembering stuff left and right from it. It definitely holds up in terms of both nostalgia and there's a few things that date it. Like we said, that stereotype that we can make a whole political podcast about. We're not going to. Yeah. I'd say that's the one thing that really dates it. Other than that, there's like one or like you said, how did Kenan get the address to the family? But whatever, it's fine.
It's Christmas. We'll give him. It's a Christmas miracle. We'll give him that.
Exactly. So, what do you think about it?
Oh yeah, I get a big old smile on my face watching this because I always kind of get that way when watching Kenan and Kel. But it was a good. Like every show, not every episode's a winner. Sometimes you had a few. Kenan goes, I'm not saying any of them were bad, but like not as funny as some of the other ones. This one was a good one. That was a real good one. This one actually had some good heart in it. Had a lot of humor in it. It's what you want around Christmas time. It had these hilarious, memorable moments like tubaphone. I mean, come on. Just tubaphone was such a brilliant idea. It's so absurd, so funny, and I love the design of it too. It's a blue tuba. That's the distinction. That's where you get some marketing genius there. Seriously, anyone out there, if you make a tubaphone, make it. That's how you distinguish it. Don't make it brass. Don't make it yellow. Make it blue and have a phone in there.
I think Heisenberg would approve of the blue strategy.
Well, of course.
Or as Tuca would say, it's blue.
Can you imagine if with all his mass amounts of drug money he bought on Christmas morn for Walter Jr. a tubaphone, and if he shed a tear over the beauty of this thing.
Oh God. All right, so we're needing to wrap this up. So you want to kind of set up the list?
Sure. So, folks, as we've been trying to do this season, we're trying to list off what we've talked about so we can recount it fondly by the end of Christmas in July. See how far we've come, and this time talking about the wonderful Christmas special in July that was Kenan and Kel. So we're going to add that to our ominous and ever-growing list.
All right, so far we have Rugrats, Let It Snow, Batman, Brave and the Bold, Invasion of the Secret Santas. We have I Love Lucy Christmas. We have Fraggle Rock. Good stuff. We have Rocket Power Christmas. Draft Dodger from All in the Family. Holly Jolly Secrets from Adventure Time. Gadget Saves Christmas, which was awful. But this redeems it. And I say we're switching to the second page, and I'd say this is a good top of the second page for sure. So let's see. Kenan. Oh no, hold on. Kenan.
While Tiki is taking the time to write this down, I just want to remind you folks out there, Tubaphone is the way to go for this holiday season. If you want quality with your musical procurement of a holiday treat for your spouse, daughter, ex-wife, and or children, you want to go with Tubaphone. That is Tubaphone, T-U-B... No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
All right, there we go. Kenan and Kel right at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so normally we'd be setting up the next episode, but isn't there like still some doubt over whether or not you can have availability to it?
No. I mean, just regardless, it should be feasible to go over our next one. I think we should announce it. Yeah.
Okay, so the next day on the Advent calendar, and keep in mind I have a whole to-do list of backlog things that.
Yes.
The fabled Yo Gabba Gabba podcast is coming.
If I freaking say Yo Gabba Gabba one more time, if you don't do it, I'm gonna take away your tubaphone.
No, don't take away my tubaphone.
I'll do it. I'm gonna make you take drum lessons with Little Ricky.
Oh God!
It's not my turn.
Are you rushing, Little Ricky, or are you dragging?
Are you rushing or are you dragging? This is why Superman won't come to your birthday party.
Okay, anyways, coming up next is the Pinky and the Brain Christmas. Oh, yes.
Another emotional one.
Oh, it is, really?
Well, I mean, the ending is.
Because when I think Pinky and the Brain, I don't really think emotional at all.
Well, I mean, hilarious, yet emotional.
Okay, fair enough. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I've seen it ever. If I have, I don't really remember any of it, so it should be fun.
That's because you were having too much fun. You were having too much fun lamenting over the prospects of owning a tubaphone.
All right. Enough of the tubaphone. All right, so yeah, on Christmas in July, we had a lot of good tropes here. I'd say the tubaphone is a good trope, as like just an awesome, ridiculous, like invented gift.
Yeah, screw the mountain bike. Tubaphone stole this episode.
Yeah, come on, Raymundo. You don't want the 10-foot longboard. You want the tubaphone.
Yeah.
But that's what we're here to do. We're here to recount all the Christmas tropes that make these Christmas specials what they are. We had a really bad one last time with Gadget Saves Christmas, and this redeemed it. And that's kind of what Christmas in July is all about. Kind of.
Gadget was the socks and underwear of Christmas in July so far.
Right. Oh, God. So that's what we're all about, kind of seeing what works and what doesn't in terms of these Christmas tropes.
And what will we call this mystical, magical, Christmassy, filled with wonder project? Tiki, what would we call this process exactly?
We would call it putting the mistletoe underneath the microscope. Next time on Christmas in July.
Tubaphone.
Tubaphone.